Welcome bitches, one and all, to my reaction to Season 4, Episode 11 of The Vampire Diaries, Catch Me If You Can. Now, last time we had some very important developments for our characters. We had Rebecca released and, in her newfound freedom, decided to torment Elena, which is no surprise to anyone. Now, in doing so and capturing Elena and compelling Elena, she basically forced her to tell Stefan the deep, dark truth that she is in love with Damon. Now, I have very mixed feelings on the scene because obviously I feel terrible for Stefan that he had to literally sit there and was forced to hear that. But it wasn't like she maliciously went out of her way to be like, haha, I love Damon. You know, she didn't want to hurt his feelings. So I hope he isn't too harsh on her, but I would understand if he is. He's valid in his feelings of hurt and that he's lost potentially the love of his life. So I do understand. It's a very shitty situation, you know. But yes, anyway, with all of that said, very excited to get into it and see where our story goes. So without further ado, let's go. Who/what is Matt running from? What the fuck?
I'm not doing this.
What makes you think you have a choice?
Oh, okay. So he was literally running from a vampire, like a newly turned one. Jesus Christ, Damon. Like, I know that a lot of this is Klaus's idea, but are you not concerned? Like, imagine if one of these vamps kills Matt. Do you really think Elena's going to be happy about that and going to want to be with you? You know what I mean?
I don't take orders from you, Dick. Hunters can't be compelled.
Matt's there though, Jeremy.
But if your conscience is getting in the way, then allow me to make this easy for you, because I can compel them.
Oh, true. Didn't think of that.
No, you turn him, he kills him. That was the deal, Klaus.
Okay.
I'm taking artistic license.
Okay, interesting. So that makes it a bit better then that Damon wasn't on board with this, because I was a little bit concerned there. But yeah, there's not much you can do. Like, this is the problem with compulsion. There's nothing you can do. If Klaus wants to compel them, he'll compel them.
You want to run?
You're gonna kill Matt.
Fine. Get out of here. I'll slow him down.
Good job, Damon. Went against his basic instincts. Ooh. Jeremy. Jeremy.
Are you okay?
Oh, shit. Hell yeah, Elena. Nice. He's in.
Jeremy, what's going on?
They're coming.
Jesus. Once again, it's really weird. I know I keep bringing it up, I'm sorry, but they've done an amazing job at making it feel like Elena's a woman now. You know what I mean? Like, it's like her aura's changed.
All I asked you to do was to teach him how to fight.
He's not the best student in the world.
Wait, now this is my fault?
My way was the easiest, fastest, and safest way to complete his mark to get you the cure.
I don't care about the cure name.
That's a very interesting perspective. I didn't really think about that. Fastest and safest way. Because turn a bunch of newly formed vampires and kill them is a lot safer than having Klaus make him hunt down, like, 1,000-year-old vampires, you get what I mean? So I do understand that side of things, but I don't know, Damon. I don't know if... I think the problem is that he didn't explain all of this to Elena or Jeremy. He just kind of joined with Klaus and sprung it on them, but...
Elena, I know it's tragic. We also agreed that he had to kill them. Now we have added incentive.
At the end of the day, what's done is done. You might as well just do it.
I will keep him safe. Okay?
Ooh. I don't like that because I don't know if that was intentional, but the, what's it called? The sire bond is still in play. So trust me. I don't like that. It's like a version of compulsion, really, to get her to go away. But I don't know if it was intentional with that, but
Knocking is still a thing.
Is she reading his diary?
Apparently.
You can read it all you want. I'm done with her.
Until we find the cure, right? Hey, I'm talking to you.
Oh, I know you are. I'm ignoring you.
You know, just because your eyes are closed doesn't mean you're meditating. Come on, use your breath. Use your breath to calm your nerves.
I don't like seeing Bonnie with him now because he's kind of leading her down a very dangerous path.
You are strong. You are focused. You are in complete control.
You're here with me. I'm in complete control.
I assume that was her repeating it because they're practicing meditation and not him having some kind of magical effect on her. But yeah, moving on. What I will say is, again, it's a similar vibe with the vampires. It's like what's done is done. She has this power now. There's nothing she can do about it. So it's all just dependent on learning how to control it, which he is teaching her. So I guess it's good that she's with him, but I don't know. I don't think for a long-term time. Oh my God, what am I saying? I don't think it's good if he's with her for a long period of time, because by the time that she learns to control it, he would be leading her down the dark path. I kind of need him to give her all the basics, and then she needs to run away, you know?
We need to ask you a few questions.
This isn't even your jurisdiction.
Well, then I guess we better get you to Mystic Falls ASAP.
Wait, why?
Go off.
Something you should ask your dad.
But yeah, interesting. So do they know about the fact that he was involved in the killing and all that?
I confess, I did it.
Oh, okay.
It was a little crowded when I arrived, and I prefer more intimate gatherings.
Interesting.
We three need to have a little chat.
So obviously he did all of that because he doesn't want the mark to complete and for Thingy to be released.
His followers told me that he would rise again, and when he did, he would trigger the end of all time. You know, being an immortal, you can see why I'm opposed to time's ending. So I murdered all of them.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't particularly feel like being haunted for the next century.
What's he about to
Great idea.
do?
I'll just rip off your arms.
Oh my Christ. I was going to say, like, this is an original. Damon doesn't really stand a chance.
So now that we've established that fun is in fact possible, maybe you'd like to start having some.
I actually really like this.
Don't worry about the professor. He won't be back anytime soon. I made sure of that.
Ah. So did Rebecca turn him in? Because he did tell her. Interesting.
You're accusing me of orchestrating a mass murder.
Because you did.
Do you know how ridiculous that sounds?
You did.
They're fast-talking, they're charismatic, they're manipulators. They prey on the weak-minded.
And you're worried. That's what he's doing to me.
Does Bonnie know about the fact that expression magic is all based on the killing of 12 people? Because we know that, wasn't it Damon? Who went to New Orleans? It was Damon and Stefan, wasn't it? So they're the only two that currently know about the killing of 12 people to get access to really powerful magic. So all we need really is some information sharing to the group so that Bonnie can put 2 and 2 together.
I'm going in there.
Bonnie, no you're not.
If he's gonna tell anyone what he did, it's me.
Bonbon, he's been manipulating you for weeks.
I think your dad's confused about the format of the parent-teacher conference.
Rebecca told him you can.
Oh, I love that.
I know she's lying.
You know, the truth is, she's not.
Oh, Bonnie.
All I know, Elena, is that the old you would have never left Jeremy with Damon, especially after what happened last night.
We know that feelings are not influenced by the sire bond. Elena loves Damon and that's all well and true. But I think she is taking it too far. I don't think she's realizing that it does still affect her. It's not as if finding out that her love is true means that the sire bond is cancelled. You know, like the things that he says does affect her, and him saying to her, trust me, like leave, of course she's gonna trust him. And I don't think she's really accepting that it does influence her, you know? So I do think on some level Matt is correct here. I don't know if, because a lot of this is influenced by Klaus, it's not actually Damon, but obviously Damon not telling Elena the truth and keeping things from her didn't go very well, so yeah.
This is your fault.
I suppose I should do something, shouldn't I?
Yes.
You are in no position to make demands, love.
Oh, I really hate this man.
Please. Klaus, I'm begging you.
I hate that. I hate that she had to literally beg.
Listen closely, Cole. Stay away from the Gilbert boy. You understand?
Fine. I won't touch him. You have my word.
He won't touch him, but he can send other people after him.
Now stab yourself a little bit further.
Oh. Oh, I hate this.
I just want to make sure you can be compelled.
I'm gonna rip out your spleen.
Oh my god, is he gonna compel Damon to go after Jeremy? Imagine. But then what can you do then? Because, like, even Klaus can't counter that kind of compel. Like, a compel is a compel. So the only way to stop Damon if he does go after Jeremy is to kill him. Jesus Christ.
You're not going to remember what I say. You're going to find Jeremy Gilbert. And when you do, you're going to kill him.
He's literally just made a sleeper agent. That's so fucked. What can you do with that?
I really want to get that cure for you, but I don't know how I'm going to do this.
I'm just mulling things over. One way that you can negate a compel is to kill the vampire, isn't it? And we saw back in season 2 that simply using one of the little daggers that puts an original to sleep actually works in negating the compels. So they would have to find Cole and do that. Or we could go down a very interesting route and use the white oak stake, because I don't know. That sounds quite interesting to me. That sounds like a good little plot device to throw in, so we'll see. I don't know who has the white oak stake right now, though, because it was all up in the air last episode because we were going to use it on Rebecca. Does that mean Rebecca has it?
I know that might be hard for you to understand, considering you dated a child who only thinks about herself.
Oh my Christ, Rebecca.
Took me 1,000 years and hundreds of betrayals to realize that love and caring ruins you.
Oh, my darling.
It's liberating, actually.
I can imagine it would feel liberating, but I think you're hiding your true feelings, my darling. Oh, that's awkward. Who are you? Huh?
Good, you found it.
Huh.
Question is, who are you?
Interesting.
Is he here? 'Cause I just want to talk to him really fast.
He's
Oh
at the
my
ground.
god.
Well, I should go apologize to him. I was pretty tough on him today.
Elena, sense that this is weird from Damon. When has Damon ever said a sentence like that?
I was always going to tell you the truth. I just kept putting it off because I was worried how you'd react.
Bad. That's how I react to murder.
I'm not a killer, Bonnie.
But you are.
It was something necessary to raise Silas and get the cure that your friends so desperately want.
If they knew people had to die...
It doesn't matter if they die. Silas will bring them back.
I understand that losing his kid and wife has kind of fogged his perception of reality, but you're basing all of this on rumors. How the fuck do you know whether this man can actually raise the dead? You know what I mean? Like, you're just going about and killing people willy-nilly without really thinking about the consequences of what if it doesn't work.
Do you remember our first session?
Here we go. He's gonna convince her to stay.
Aren't you curious what's happening to her now? Wouldn't you like to see her again?
You little shit. How dare you?
I took 2 days off to help you out at the lake house, remember? Almost got killed.
Where's Jeremy?
It's in the back, I think.
Elena, go with him. Elena, go with him. Can Jeremy sense it? I mean...
David.
I like that. Hold on, I want to go back and hear that again. I love the effect that they did on her voice there, because it's like it's echoing in his head. Like, that's the only thing that could get him through the mindless, I need to kill Jeremy. You know what I mean? That's so cool.
What is wrong with you?
Who's Cole? He must have compelled me.
Okay, cool.
If I find Jeremy, I'm gonna kill him.
Elena's like, what do I do with this information? Right, someone's got to find Cole and stab that little fucker in the back.
Can't hide in here, Jer. If I find you, you're dead.
That's so... You know what's so cool about that? Is that he hasn't compelled Damon's mind. It's like his it's like he's a puppet. It's like Cole is literally using Damon's body as a puppet. Damon is fully aware what's going on. He can talk, he can say that he doesn't want to do this, but he can't stop. That's one of the most interesting versions of compulsion I've ever seen.
It's not a bad idea.
Did he have a suicide pill?
He just bit off his own tongue.
So he
Huh?
does have something.
Huh? He just bit... Oh my god, he just stabbed himself as well. Sorry for pausing. Jesus Christ. Oh. So he bit off his own tongue and then stabbed himself. That is true dedication. Well, it's either true dedication or someone with the best, like, version of compulsion in the world. The fact that they countered everything. If someone asks you for information, bite off your own tongue. If that doesn't work, stab yourself. You know what I mean? Like, that is a foolproof way to keep information private.
Again. And again!
You...
All this power that you're feeling, you actually like it, don't you?
Jesus Christ. Bon Bon.
What are you doing?
Get out of here.
Buddy, stop!
Jesus Christ.
I'm right here with you. You are in complete control. That's it.
Is it to do with that, like, whole hypnosis thing he was doing? I just feel so bad for her, bro. He's done something to her that she never even fucking asked for.
With my guidance, she could be one of the most powerful witches in the world.
I don't know if her father actually wants that.
She's a time bomb.
In terms of Professor Shane trying to actually, like, guide her, unfortunately, what's done is done. And unfortunately, I think he's correct that Bonnie will actually have to train with him to try and control this, because it's not going to do any good if she doesn't. Like, she's literally a ticking bomb, like he said. So I do think that he will have to train her. I just think that someone needs to be there to supervise him. He can't lead her down a very dark path, because then we might never get Bonnie back. Because like he said there, she enjoyed the power. And I don't think that that is a point of Bonnie's character. I think it's just a point of humanity, that if you are given that much power, it feels good. And it's hard to let go of. So we'll see where Bonnie goes. I still have the question in my mind of, with this expression magic, is it permanent? Now that these 12 people are dead and she has access to this magic, is it permanent? Because if so, then Jesus Christ, I'm scared for Bonnie's future.
You're being hunted by a vampire, now you're bleeding?
Is that the plan? Oh, is he going to lock him in? Oh, Jesus Christ.
You're gonna have to shoot me, Jeremy. In the heart.
I'm not gonna be able to stop myself. Jeremy, you are a hunter. You know you want to.
No. I was going to say, there's no way he's going to do that.
That was dumb, Jeremy. You should have killed me when you had the chance.
I mean, if it's daytime, take his ring.
If Damon kills a hunter, Nick will not be pleased.
I told Nick I wouldn't touch the kid. I didn't.
Ooh.
Daggering siblings when you disagree with them.
Oof.
Look at what this family has become.
Oof.
This family was ruined long before we knew about the cure.
I agree, unfortunately.
Cole.
I won't let you raise Silas.
Put it down, Cole.
Wow. I'm in shock. I did not think that that was where that was going. You crazy little bastard. I mean, Stefan wasn't with Rebecca then, so he could be on his way to help.
I know that you don't want to hurt Jeremy, so please stop.
He can't. He's compelled.
You'd do anything for me, so please do this for me.
I don't know if it'll work.
Sorry, Elena.
Damon!
Jeremy. Hey, brother.
Nice. Thank you, Stefan. Jesus Christ.
So you bled me out?
We don't have any vervain, so this was the only way I could weaken you.
Sound real torn up about it.
At least let me see Elena. The siren bond, all you have to do is tell her to let you out of here.
Oh, true. Didn't even think of that.
What are you doing with Rebecca? She tried to kill me.
And this will be the second time that Damon tried to kill Jeremy.
Are you trying to punish me?
This is so sad.
You can do whatever you want, Elena. I really don't care.
This is so sad.
You don't know what I look like when I'm not in love with you.
Wow.
I'll let Damon know you stopped by.
I don't really have any words. Commendable acting. That's what I will say. Jesus Christ.
The only thing that got under my skin is what I saw, which is my daughter using dangerous magic. The fact that you don't think you need help means you need it even more.
Yeah, that's concerned me. Like, that was an obvious loss of control, my darling. Obvious, blatantly.
Wasn't really our deal.
Well, considering that you've betrayed me twice, and I've betrayed you never, I think I'm acting prudently.
Damn. Better to keep the information to one person. Okay.
This is never gonna end.
I'll talk about that at the end.
If you kill one original vampire, their entire sire line will die with them. Cole compelled Damon to kill you. You're gonna kill Cole instead.
I mean, I suppose. Yeah. But Elena, I know that it's not evenly distributed. I know that obviously Cole was daggered for a while and Rebecca's been daggered, all of that shit. I know it's not like equally distributed as to how many vampires are assigned to each original line. But with one of the original vampires already dead and Cole having been around a lot longer than he was, Finn, then how many vampires are you killing? You know what I mean? Like, these could be allies in the future. These could be people that you know. But then I suppose they don't really know any other vampires, do they? I just think that that's just such a dangerous flip of the coin, you know? Like, who are you going to end up killing? So yes, there we have season 4, episode 11, I believe 11, of The Vampire Diaries. And that was another fantastic episode. Something I want to talk about was the idea of Stefan and Rebecca, because I know that she's done a lot wrong. I know that she has done a lot to Elena. She's a bit of a bitch, but I do still like her character. And I would not be opposed to her and Stefan getting into an actual relationship. What? No, but I don't know. I was about to say what I don't like is this situation where like they're just having angry sex, but then at the end of the day, they're both just getting their feelings out. So I'm not going to sit here and judge that. And they're allowed to sleep with whoever they want. I don't know. It feels weird to see Stefan in this light, you know? Stefan just having meaningless sex with someone, not giving a shit. Because the Stefan that we know, in trying to combat his Ripper side, is very in touch with his feelings. So seeing him like this, I don't know, it feels weird. But then also, he made a very good point that Elena's never seen him not in love with her. And two parts of that is, one, he basically just said, I don't love you anymore, which that's going to cut deep. Even if she's in love with someone else, that's still going to cut really fucking deep. But two, do I believe that? I don't know. I don't know if I believe it or not. The only way that I'd believe it is if he's like blocking out those emotions right now, not turning them off, but just blocking them out like any human being does. Just trying not to think about them. But I don't know. Could Stefan genuinely be out of love with Elena? I suppose it is possible. Now, the other thing I wanted to talk about was him locking Damon up, because I do think it was the right decision, and it's like everything Stefan's done in regards to locking Damon down there and then not letting Elena see him because of the sire bond. It's all smart and it's all what anyone would have done, and I'm glad that he's done it, but it's just the like malicious tone and the way that he's enjoying keeping them apart that really gets to me, because I do understand that he is very entitled to his feelings. He's entitled to be hurt and he's entitled to do what he wants, and he is, at the end of the day, the one who saved the day. But I don't know. It doesn't feel right that he's got this like malicious side of him coming out, because it's not even... We always have seen Stefan as like good guy and Ripper. There's no like in between. Whereas now it's like Stefan the good guy who's out of love. So he's kind of just a bit of an arsehole. You know what I mean? And it's just a side of Stefan that we've never seen before. But I am very excited to explore this part of Stefan, because I don't know. It's always been very interesting that Stefan's kind of been like the antithesis of each side. It's like when he's a Ripper, he is a Ripper. He will destroy everyone. But then when he is his non-Ripper self, yes, he does pretend to be the good guy. I do get that, like, sometimes he's not the good guy even when he thinks he is. But at the end of the day, he's not a bad guy. He's never been someone who has had malicious intentions so far as we know. So to get this side of Stefan, I don't know. It's a new side, and I'm very excited to see where he goes. Maybe him and Rebecca will actually form a relationship. Who bloody knows at this point? Now, the other thing I wanted to touch on was Bonnie, because I am of the opinion that I think she's going to have to learn from Shane. She's going to have to be around him just so he can teach her to learn control, because at the end of the day, what's done is done. She's got this power. There's nothing she can do. She can't just turn it off. So she's going to have to learn to control it, and he appears to be the only person who can help her in that regard. So I think we're just going to have to accept the fact that she's going to have to talk to him. But that being said, I do not think she should be in a room alone with him. Maybe even her dad could be there, you know, just watching. Because I do not think that he should have any kind of alone time with Bonnie at this point. You do not know how what he's going to say, what he's going to do. He might somehow hypnotize her into thinking something. You know what I mean? Like, I just do not trust this man one bit. So I really need someone to be keeping an eye on that, you know? But yes, anyway, with all of that said, I believe I've covered all the main points I wanted to talk about, so let's move on to Patreon questions. Right, first up, Elena wants Jeremy to kill Cole, knowing that tens of thousands of vampires will also die. Was Stefan right when he said that none of them were any better than Klaus? I mean, to be fair, when Stefan did say that, I have been of the opinion that Klaus isn't necessarily like an awful person in comparison to the others. It's not like you look at Elena, Damon, Stefan, you see angels and then Klaus is the devil. You know what I mean? They all have done a lot of fucked up shit. So if we're using normal moral compasses, none of these people are good people. But when it comes to the show itself and my personal feelings towards people, I don't like Klaus. I don't like how he operates. I don't like how he treats his family. I don't like how he killed Carol out of revenge. It just like, there's been so many points of his character that have personally upset me. So that's why I'm not a huge fan of Klaus. But if we're sitting here and we're talking about morality and who's worse than others, I think given Klaus's age, if you gave any of the others that amount of time, they would have probably done a lot of the same atrocities as him, you know, like he is an old vampire and that's why he has done more bad, you know, but at the end of the day, they've all done shit. So I don't necessarily think that any of them are better than each other. I just have my own personal feelings on people, you know? And then the second part of that question was, do you think human Elena would have let thousands die to save herself? Which, no, but I don't agree with this question only because I don't think that Elena is doing this to save herself. It may appear that way and it may seem like she could literally just be like, well, I don't want the cure, so let's just move on. But it's not really her choice right now. Klaus wants the cure for her so that he can make more hybrids. So it's not her choice whether she gets it. So I think all she is thinking is, how can I limit the amount of pain that Jeremy is going through? If he kills Cole, that eliminates the person that's trying to murder Jeremy. It also completes the mark, so Klaus will stop tormenting Jeremy, and Jeremy will only have to kill one person rather than hundreds, you know? So I don't think that human Elena would have let thousands die, but I don't think that vampire Elena would allow thousands to die just for her own sake. I don't think that's really what's going on here, you know? Now, next up, Jeremy is a vampire hunter and Damon has killed Jeremy in the past. Now Jeremy had the perfect opportunity to kill Damon. So why did Jeremy not kill Damon even though he knew he was compelled to kill him? It was very interesting. I honestly, given how, what's the word I'm looking for? Compulsive? I don't know if that's the right word, but how quick to the gun Jeremy has been since becoming a hunter, because obviously it's influencing him. I found it very interesting that he didn't just go and kill Damon. I think that even though they argue, and even though Jeremy thinks that Damon does not care about him at all, he does still care about his sister. And obviously, Elena has a lot of feelings for Damon. And at the end of the day, Jeremy is not some mindless killer. He is still a young guy who has unfortunately been thrown into this world of chaos and is just trying to make his way through it, you know? So I don't think that any part of him would actually want to murder Damon. And also, when someone is standing in front of you with no control of their actions, about to kill you, and they tell you, kill me, shoot me in the heart, I think that alone sort of influences you to not do it, because you think, like, if you, like, where are you at in your head to want me to murder you? Like, that's such a deep, dark place to be in. So I think that would make anyone question things, let alone when someone's compelled to try and do it, you know? So I think there's a lot of factors, but I did definitely find that scene very interesting. I wasn't expecting him to spare Damon's life. Now, our next and final question, do you think Damon resisted the compulsion to kill Jeremy or not? I think that there was definitely a little bit of resistance there. I don't think that he fully resisted, obviously, because he was fully going to kill him at the end. But Elena talking about, like, her love being the way to stop him, even though it didn't work when she was explaining it, because when the, like, blood dripped from the tree, it kind of distracted him and it, like, set it off again in his head. It did work earlier on in the grill. When Elena shouted to him, Damon, it echoed in his head. He stopped in his tracks and he turned around. Like, that is resistance. So I do think he resisted a bit, and even when he was hunting Jeremy normally, he wasn't, like, speed running trying to find him, you know? He was slowly trying to hunt him, so I think, again, that alone is a little bit of resistance. So I think it's a good mix. I don't think he could fully resist it, but he did his best, you know? So yes, with that said, that was episode 11 of the Vampire Diaries. It was another fantastic episode. We must be halfway through the season now, because there are roughly like 22 episodes each season, aren't there? So very interesting. I'm excited to see where we go. I'm excited to see what this weird out of the blue fourth party is that's trying to find Silas, because we don't really know anything about them. We haven't even had an inkling that any other parties are in play. So very intrigued to find out who they are. I'm getting like a vibe that it could be that cult that Cole thought that he massacred. Maybe someone survived and it's been going on in secret for hundreds of years, because it felt a bit weird that they would just bring that cult up, say he killed them, and then that was it. Done, dusted. No one talks about them again, you know? So I feel like they could be it. But yeah, there's many people behind the scenes that it could be. So I'm very excited to explore that. But yes, with that said, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.